Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. If you're joining me today, it is July 22nd, and today marks my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. And I don't know about you, it seems like time has just flown by so fast. I am going to continue to make videos for you, and especially ones that I'm trying, a lot of products and testing to see which is the best ones. Those are actually, I'd say, the most fun videos that I do. And of course, I will continue the recipes as well. Well, today I'm going to be making Hubby's meatloaf. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we need to do is turn on our oven to 350 degrees. We are going to be using a loaf pan, which is about a 9 by 5 inch pan. I'm now going to go ahead and turn around the camera, and I'm going to show you up close how to make this delicious Hubby's meatloaf. We need a large bowl, and in it I have 2 pounds of ground chuck. Now you can use ground chuck, ground beef. That would be okay as well. And now we're going to go ahead and put in a 1/3 cup of old-fashioned oats. I'm actually just using the Kroger brand. You can use any brand. Go ahead and put that in there. And now we're going to go ahead and put in a 1/4 cup of chopped onion. I'm actually using yellow onions, or a yellow onion that I actually cut up. And now we're going to go ahead and put in 1 large egg. I'm going to go ahead and use the spoon, and I'm going to mix it up. Or again, you could use your hands if you wash them well enough, or you could use, some gloves on your hands to mix up the meat. Now that we have mixed those ingredients up, we're going to go ahead and add in a 1/3 cup of barbecue sauce. Now, the one my husband recommends is the Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce. That's just the one that he really likes. Again, you could use any barbecue sauce that you want to, but this is the one that he really likes, so I'm adding that one in. Then I'll go ahead and stir that to combine. Now, it kind of looks like it could use a little bit more, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of the barbecue sauce in there. Just like a little bit more. All right, I'll finish mixing this up. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I wanted the meat all covered kind of with the sauce, and sometimes the 1/3 cup of barbecue sauce doesn't do it. Sometimes you need a little bit more. I'm not saying you need a 1/2 cup, but kind of close to the 1/2 cup mark while you make this meatloaf. Well, now we'll go ahead and take this meat, and we will go ahead and then put it into our loaf pan. Once you get your meat in the loaf pan, I go ahead and use the back of the spoon to kind of, get it all squished in there in one big lump rather than just, you throwing it in there loosely. Now we'll go ahead and put this Hubby's meatloaf in a 350 degree oven, and we are going to start baking it at 55 minutes. And then I'm going to show you that we're going to go ahead and put a glaze on top. Then I will show you when it's done. I baked the meatloaf actually an hour. I wanted it to brown kind of more, So I'm going to go ahead and put on the Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce again. Now again, if you don't want to use that, you can use any other barbecue sauce. And I'm going to pour it over the whole top and spread it. And then I'm going to put it back in the oven for no more than 5 minutes. Now this is what I'm talking about with the glaze. Try to cover it edge to edge. Now if you don't want to do that, you could just, put a design, put a little bit on there, etc. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the oven. The meatloaf is all done. We'll let it cool a little bit, and I'll show you up close what it looks like. I forgot to tell you, after I had baked it an hour, I went ahead and I drained off the fat. Now I didn't drain all of it off, but I drained off quite a bit of it off. Just, had to be careful, put some hot mitts on and drain the fat. Now, if you guys had a meatloaf pan that had a special rack in it where it drained the fat, that's even better. But for me, I had to go ahead and take this and turn it on its side a little bit and pour out some of the fat. Here's the meatloaf up close after getting a piece out. Doesn't it look good? Does have a little bit of fat on the bottom, but again, if that's too much, you can go ahead and drain it again. Well, the meatloaf is all done. Now, if you think this is too much meatloaf for you, I like to go ahead and slice mine and then wrap it in aluminum foil and freeze it so that we could have it for other meals as well. Well, I will leave the recipe down in the description. Thank you for watching. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.